Hey, I'm Zachary Bryan. You may think you know me, but do you? You might recognize me by a role I've played. Is that how people know you? By a role you're playing? We're constantly challenged when it comes to who we are. Who do people think you are?
I'm the new guy.
Thank you very much. I'm here till Thursday.
It's easy to fall into a trap of thinking, I'm not good enough, if I only did this, if I only looked like that, then my problems would be solved. But if you're not careful, you'll lose yourself. You could end up being someone different, someone that you don't want to be. What's controlling you?
Sometimes I feel the fear of uncertainty stinging clear, and I can't help but ask myself how much I let the fear take the wheel and steer. But lately I'm beginning to find that I should be the one behind the wheel.
I wish I had the confidence you have. You know exactly who you are.
My identity, I'd say, comes from how people have defined me. I don't think I've ever had a chance to really define who I am entirely. Basically, that's what's been the problem with a lot of things I've seen. People telling you who you are.
To be honest, it probably comes from everybody around me, because I try to be what everybody wants, and it's not like I do it purposely. It just goes that way. Like the latest clothes and the way I act, I do it because I want people to accept me.
When you're in high school, for security, you need friends, and that kind of goes along. You know, it helps you just feel more secure with yourself, I guess.
A lot of times what your friends think about you is really important to you, and what your parents think about you cannot be as important to you. Like, you care more about what your friends think of you than what your parents think of you.
For a long time I had a lot of problems dealing with, what other people thought of me. And I think the greatest accomplishment would be that I realized that I'm who I am and no one's going to change that.
Bradley McHugh, a junior at Michigan State University, died from alcohol poisoning after downing 24 shots while he was celebrating his 21st birthday.
We didn't know the ritual that ended up in his death, causing his death, and that was the idea that you drink your age on your birthday.
We had never heard
of that.
Hopelessly, helplessly, wonder why.
We fully expected he was going to go out for his birthday. We talked to him about it. John talked to him the night before he went out. Please be careful. Don't do something silly, be careful. If we had ever heard of that tradition, we would have done more, said more, but we never had. We expected college and marriage, grandchildren, all the traditional things.
We're going to miss the future. We saw a bright future, bright shining future. He was about to take off like a rocket, and we're not going to see that.
There's no way to describe it. There is no way to describe it, and I hope that as few people as possible ever have to find that out.
Death feels like it's a million miles away. You think nothing's gonna happen to you if you drink. Maybe someone gets out of control. Pfft, big deal. We know more about alcohol than ever, and believe me, it can ruin more than just your weekend. Alcohol kills brain cells. But we know that while your brain is still growing, and it will until you're at least 21, alcohol can permanently alter you, your actions, your personality, your potential. It can screw up your brain, and you'll never know what you could have been. There won't be any proof that you could have done more with your life. The evidence will have been destroyed.
Dominique was a leader in every aspect. He's a great guy.
He just loved people and doing different things, dancing or sports. Dominique was the joy of my life, my firstborn.
I mean, he wasn't drinking. Alcohol was involved, but it was with the other person.
He always wanted to do things right. Good kid.
Well, that night, he came in and I was about 11 and said he was going to get a hamburger. And he wanted some money. I told him, well, you got a pocket full of money, you don't need mine. And I gave him $5. I think his mother gave him $2. And that's the last I saw him.
I noticed across the street at the bus stop shelter, I noticed a pickup truck coming in our direction. And as I noticed this pickup truck, he started veering back over toward our direction and he hit the median. And when he hit the median, he became airborne, causing the crash.
Not ever thinking that, the part that really happened, I never did think that part until the doctor came in and he just shook his head. And it's just I've been shaking my head ever since.
This is real. It's not, it can happen to you.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, when someone you love and he's going just like that.
It opens your eyes to the real world.
I wish that I had been aware of drunk drivers. Don't let it happen to you if you can prevent it. If you can go tell that next person, don't drink, you might save a life. Who knows?
It takes a lot of strength to stand up to the pressures you face. But drinking won't make you popular or solve your problems. It may even cause some. I know. I recently lost my best friend in a tragic incident. It would have been avoided if alcohol hadn't been involved, and he'd be alive today. He couldn't see into the future, and neither can you. But you can begin to shape it. It doesn't matter where you are or where you've been. You can start all over again if you have to. You can begin your own personal journey toward being the person you were meant to be and discover your true identity. So good luck.